Greetings, programs! Welcome back to the beautiful, sunny wasteland of Fallout 4. Yes, we're in the Commonwealth once again. And with perfect timing, we're actually just about to get a rad storm, it sounds like. So, I am going to play a little bit more of Fallout, but it's basically going to be backdrop to what I really want to talk about. Because I've been thinking about stuff I would like to do with the channel. Now, as for what's going on in front of you, I'm basically on a mission to kill an Institute Corsair, so that should be a chance to show off quite how OP this stealth build has become. I've still got the good old trusty Deliverer, which is quite useful because you get a lot of AP points to work with. But I've also got this bad boy here, which is a silenced, completely decked out Gauss rifle, and it's ridiculous. I've actually got, I think, the first point of the Rifleman perk as well now. So, damage wise, this thing is just, let's see, 268. And with the sneak bonus, that's over 1,000 damage in a single shot. And as I get more ranks of the Rifleman skill, that's only going to get more OP. So yes, I can basically kill everything. Even if I'm not stealthed, it's still actually not that difficult. I'll also, I'll quickly show what I'm wearing right now. This is not my my proper outfit. What's the button to press? I've forgotten the button. It's not that button. That button. There we go. Actually, I need to put the weapon away, don't I? So there we go. Yes, that's just full on Wastelander chic. This is actually the Armor Smith mod in action right here. You can see. So I can actually put armor. Various kinds of armor over most kinds of clothing, which actually just makes sense. It might make things a little overpowered, I don't know. But there's another mod that you can see in action here also, which is a customizable combat armor mod. So yeah, I'm rocking the Jedi symbol there. Well, not the Jedi symbol, the Rebellion symbol. But I'll put on my proper serious business clothes. And actually the eyeglasses have got a mod on them that lets me get this information. Basically any kind of living targets are highlighted, and I think that's part of Armor Smith as well. So let's get indoors rather than just sucking down these rads, and we'll actually make sure I've got the proper big gun. So it's been playing Fallout and watching other people play Fallout that's made me think something I'd like to do on the channel this year is have a crack at a Let's Play series. Because I've had obviously one very long-running one, as I mentioned in the most recent, or second most recent CK2, that's coming up for 2 years that's been running. And the people that have been sticking with it from the start have been very, very patient indeed. But that's, I don't like to, like, even if I had the time to sit down and do those more. I actually, personally, I watch a couple of Let's Play channels, but I don't tend to watch those series where they just kind of spam the videos out. And even one video a day, it's like, the first, say, dozen you might watch, and then after that, it's like, well, okay, there's another one, I'll skip that one today, I don't feel like watching it. And then suddenly, you know, 3 days later, there's a backlog, so you don't bother with the ones you've missed, you just watch the most recent one. So if I do a Let's Play series, it's not going to be like that. It probably will be like an episode a week or something like that, or maybe 2 episodes a week. And one of the things I'm going to do, and I've discovered a way, is there anything interesting on here, by the way? Probably not. This is not turret control or anything. Let's just sneak around and kill things. One of the things I've discovered how to do through many dark and eldritch magics is I have discovered that it's possible to have videos without caption guy. Now, previously there have been occasional ones. The FTL voyages I've done notably have had no caption guy involvement, but that's because basically, in his words, he found it very, very cramped on screen and therefore decided he wasn't going to bother, which is frankly I thought was just a bit lazy of him, but hey, what can you do? But yes, with sufficient applications of goat blood and plenty of pentagrams and all the necessary incantations, let's see, that's a maglock sealed door. It is possible, but the thing is, buying all those goats gets rather expensive, so it probably just will be this one series. Now, I'm not actually sure what I want to pick out, because it could be this. It could be Fallout 4, but everyone and their grandmother's doing Fallout 4 at the moment. In fact, there's a couple of long-running series. There's a couple of channels that are like on their second or third run of Fallout 4 going through the main story. So I'm enjoying it, and you know, I would be happy to start over again with some kind of different loadout, because as I explained in the other videos I've done, it's literally just me Googling for a good build that led me to not just a good build, but what is probably a very overpowered build. Because over 1,000 damage. I'm on the very hard difficulty, which is the one before the survival difficulty. And I think the main difference between this and survival is in survival your health regen, like stuff like stim packs, it's a lot slower. So you have to be a lot more careful about your health. There's probably all kinds of good stuff here, but we're not going to bother doing all the looting that I'd normally do, because, you know, it'll take a little while. Also, this looks like it's a dead end, maybe? Not sure. Oh, a Tesla science, though.
Yes.
That's worth having. Energy weapons permanently inflict. Well, if I was using energy weapons, that'd be useful. Technical document, we'll take that. That's free caps with the Brotherhood. No, nothing else. So yeah, there's a variety of games. There's even just in my Steam library, like I've got Skyrim. Skyrim's a possibility. I could go back to Skyrim because I actually started an abortive Let's Play about a year and a half ago. It's something like that. I mean, we're getting on for a while. In fact, it might even be longer than that. And it was around about the time where there was the changes with how YouTube MCNs were working. And it used to be that you joined. Don't know why I did that. You joined an MCN, and it was basically carte blanche to put up video game content, essentially, and that was being rather heavily abused. So, oh, hello, what's that? That's a turret. So it then changed to a process whereby you essentially, that's a bit of shoddy hit detection there. You have to make sure yourself, the responsibility is on you, the YouTuber, to make sure that you are allowed to actually do Let's Plays and whatever. So that changed right about then, and I actually contacted Bethesda, their customer support people, to say, you know, well, is this okay? Are you okay with Let's Plays? What's the stance? Is it written down somewhere? And at that time, they just didn't know themselves. They hadn't formulated an official policy, as it were. Right, is there any... There's stairs up there. So that just all went by the wayside, and I'd rather enjoyed it. And it wouldn't be the same, because I've played probably something like 250 hours of Skyrim since that point, and added all kinds of mods into things. Which, you know, with Skyrim, if you want to get the full Skyrim experience, you tweak it and customize it with all kinds of mods. But, yeah, Skyrim would be a possibility, but it definitely wouldn't be the same, because I'd have some idea of what I was doing. And I think some of the amusement of that initial 4 or 5 episodes was the fact that I was going around doing all the really noob things, like killing a chicken and then wondering why the hell everybody was suddenly very angry at me, and, you know, that kind of thing. So it would be a little different, but that's a possibility. I've got Oblivion, which I have never even played that much. I've probably played less than a dozen hours of Oblivion. I didn't really ever get that far with the main quest. So although that's an older game, that's still quite fun. That one's a possibility. And, you know, Skyrim's been done a lot, but Oblivion, I don't know, has anyone done Oblivion stuff recently? Maybe there's some channels around somewhere, but I feel like that would be a bit different. Fallout itself is a possibility, but as I've said, everyone and their grandmother's doing Fallout 4. So, oh, hello, that's some radioactive something somewhere. Oh, I might actually put on my hazmat suit. The hazmat suit, by the way, we're going to get into a quiet corner, and I'm going to stand up.
Can we quit sucking down rad?
Oh, nope. There we go. Yeah, the buttons on the controller are a bit context sensitive. So I don't know if this is Armor Smith, and it's actually not very clear, but you can see a face through the helmet, but your character, the hair doesn't work with the helmet, so your character's just bald inside the helmet, and it looks rather peculiar. Right, what button do I want? That button, there we go. Yes. I like using the controller for this, but the fact that you press a button to do one thing and hold down a button to another, do another, sometimes it's a bit confusing. And actually, even though this is a new controller, it sticks a bit sometimes. There wasn't a way up there, was there? No, it's just straight through. So, yeah. So that's a bonus for Skyrim and Oblivion, is I could play both of those with a controller as well. I actually made a list as well. I should bring up the list. So what else do I have? Bioshock. I've actually got both Bioshock 1 and 2 and Bioshock Infinite. I've played all the way through Infinite, but I've never played Bioshock 1 and 2, so I'd be coming to those fresh. So that's a possibility. I should probably just do a poll or something. I should do like a Google Docs poll. Maybe I will. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, so that's a possibility. I was actually gifted the Witcher trilogy. Does it count as a trilogy? I don't know. But I was gifted the Witcher games. And I haven't actually even installed those, but if I was going to do those, I'd probably start with the first one. And that was a friend gave me those at... I don't know what that's saying. Gave me those at Christmas. So yeah, those are apparently very good. I know The Witcher 3, I mean there's a bunch of people doing Witcher 3 stuff, obviously, but I'm sure the older games are just as good. And it's, you know, it's fantasy RPG stuff, and it's actually apparently very interesting in that it's a lot of Eastern European lore that's gone into the background and the making of the world of The Witcher. So that would be, again, something different, at least for me. I could go for the Star Wars option. I have Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I've played a little bit of Knights of the Old Republic. Much older games, comparatively, at least compared to the rest of the ones I've mentioned, but they're still both very well regarded. And in fact, this is one of the rare cases where a sequel is better. I should actually open the door, shouldn't I? Where a sequel is better regarded than the original, you know, progenitor, as it were. But as far as I know, KOTOR's still a pretty well regarded game. And it has the added bonus of, well, it's Star Wars. So, you know, there's that going on. Ooh, Nuka-Cola. I don't know why I'm getting excited about Nuka-Cola Cherry. I actually really don't like the flavour of cherries. There you go. Today you learned a random thing about me. I dislike cherries. Which way do I want to go? That's a bathroom, so probably not there. There might be all kinds of good stuff in here. But, I don't know. Like I said, we're less concerned with the looting at the moment. Oh, I know where this is. Is it? No, this is still a different area, isn't it? Oh, I'm just going to try upstairs then. Yes, anyway, we're almost at the end of the list. Undertale is a possibility. That's... wait, we're here. Did we just go around in a loop? I'm confused. I don't know where I'm going. Upstairs? Is it upstairs? I might be slightly lost now. Yes, Undertale, very well acclaimed. That came out last year. Very retro feel to it. I've played a little bit of that. That's one, regardless, I will play through. Because, again, I think that was gifted on Steam. I want to say by Silly Sombra. I think. So, I've heard very good things about that. Apparently, that is an exceptional experience in terms of the storytelling involved. Are they somewhere here? Is there any other kind of... No, it's just that one door. So that's a possibility. There is... something else. There was one last thing, and I didn't even write it down, but... Oh, the one with Guybrush Threepwood. I guess it is through here, is no. Wait, I'm confused where we're going. The thingy ones, you know, the ones, the LucasArts ones. Oh god, the ones with the pirates. I can't even remember. You fight like a dairy farmer, how appropriate you fight like a cow. You know, those ones. Oh, the name's gone completely. But yeah, those are also in my Steam library. And in fact, I got the remastered editions a while ago because I played those, I won't say the first time round, but it was some kind of... It's up there somehow. I don't know how to get up there. Oh, is it in the office area? I'm just trying to figure this level out. Not quite sure. Yeah, it was a re-release. It was one of these budget re-release things on CD. First time I played that, and it was wonderful. And it had the little cardboard thing in, you know, the little anti-piracy device that was a thing in the kind of the late 90s and early 2000s. They had various things, but you know, it would be turn to this page of the manual and what symbol is on there, and is that all right? No, this is where I come in. This is where I come in, and I'm very confused now. I don't know. Where am I going? That's the bathroom. It's not the bathroom. What have I missed? What have I missed? There's probably something really obvious as well. Everyone's sitting there at home face palming. The level design can be quite devious in this game. Is it this way? This way. We haven't been this way. Right. We'll try up. Yeah, so that pirate game, the name of which I can't remember, and there's been like 4 of them, but I've got the kind of original 2, if you like, because there was a gap between the second and the third one, quite a big gap. And then I think the 4th one came out and it was kind of 3D. And I can remember exactly the games I'm talking about, just I can't remember the friggin' name. God damn it. Anyway, but yeah, those are quite fun. They're all about the humour, and some of the puzzles I seem to remember being quite fiendish as well. So, Legendary Colonel Gutsy, Institute Courser. Well, he's not that legendary because I just 2-shotted him on very hard. Yes, this is quite overpowered. I don't know if... Oh, hello. Do I have to kill these? I've never actually seen that effect. That's them teleporting in. That's actually kind of cool. Also, it's not hostile, but it's legendary, so therefore it's going to have stuff. And the synths, well, the synths aren't immediately hostile to me. Why won't we? There we go. Because I am sort of technically working for the Institute at the moment, but I'm also sort of technically working for the Brotherhood, and I'm also sort of technically working for the Minutemen and the Railroad. Yeah, I'm still at a stage of the game where I haven't significantly pissed off anybody, basically. Can I talk to this guy?
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
No, apparently we just have to kill him if we want whatever it is he has. Oh, he's going to take a bit of battering, apparently. This is the downside of this weapon. It doesn't have a lot of... Whoa, hello! I think we made it bad. It doesn't have a lot of AP to work with, so you know what? We might actually want to... Ooh, take a stim pack. And Kate's going to engage it. And actually, let's shoot an eye off or something. I'll call these AP points. Yes, the pistol, the 10mm deliverer pistol is still very useful, just because of the sheer amount of AP points you can put out. So there we go. This is a bit mean. He was not picking on me. He was not going for me at all. It's just I want his stuff. So there you go. I'm going to put a link in the description. And it'll have all the options. And we'll see what the response is. Hopefully I can make it clear from the title that this is a kind of a request for feedback. Because genuinely, I could do any of those games. And I would enjoy doing any of those games. An Assassin synth chess piece. Oh, that wasn't really a thing that is in any way useful to me. Oh, what? Okay then. Instant karma. Instant karma. He exploded. I was not expecting that. The sentry bots explode and the assaultrons explode, but apparently the gutsies explode as well. So you know what? Now that we know what he's got, we're just gonna say no. I don't want that. Anyway, so yeah, there'll be a link. Your feedback is highly appreciated, and yes, it's definitely a lot more possible these days. Because once upon a time, it would have been... Kate, what are you doing? She's found some friends to play with. Once upon a time, it would have been very difficult with my upload speeds because doing multiple videos in a day, it just wouldn't be possible. But these days, I can. And the fact that I'm able to whip them out the door before Caption Guy gets his grubby hands on them means that I can hopefully do these alongside my regular content without too much difficulty. I can just sit down, record for an hour, get, you know, 2 videos worth of material, and then, hey presto, that's, you know, 2 videos done for a week. And it doesn't really have an impact on the rest of my schedule. Where on earth is she? I don't even know. Ah, this game. Right, so, yes, your feedback is appreciated, and hopefully we get a few responses, because I'm eager to do something a bit different this year, and the fact that I can do it alongside all the rest of my regular stuff means that it's, I don't know, it feels like a bit of growth for the channel, if nothing else. So, yes, link below for the poll, however I decide to do it, probably a Google form. You can leave any other feedback that you might feel is appropriate in the comments. You can hit the like button, you can sub to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, stay tuned for more.